ブレイクコアの特徴といえばやっぱりこの
Up the chick habit, hang it up, get it over, you'll be alone and quick. Hang up the chick habit, hang it up, get it over, you'll never get another fix. I'm telling you it's not a trick, pay attention, don't be dick, or you're liable to get licked. You're gonna see the reason why when they're spitting in your eye, they'll be spitting in your eye.
Welcome to Run Cup. Got a pretty close match here with us today. Seed 8 versus Seed 9 in the winner's bracket. We'll have Vendelicious versus Spinner Dude, aka Ting Momentum. So both of our players here are pretty strong and they're very closely seeded, which means that we're in for probably quite the treat. So Vendel, Norwegian player, sort of full alt player, generally pretty good on mods, especially strong on HR and DT, also like free mods. Spanner Dude, bongo player, mania player, very, very, very good at HD. It's like pretty good mechanics as well. So I think we're expecting probably mostly no mod picks and hidden picks from Spinner, and probably HRDT picks from Vendel. But I think first we're kicking off with a warm-up. I believe this is Vendel's warm-up. Like, surely this is Vendel's warm-up.
Yeah, this is. He asked me to test play this one time, and I was like, wow, this is cool. It's a little on the long side for a warm-up, but it's a nice enough map just to get the blood flowing. This match, like you were saying, this should be a treat. I think both the players have like different skill sets to the point where they will both have a few picks, but I think if this really gets into the deep waters and gets to, you know, like 3-3, then we'll start to see people pick stuff that they're not so confident on, that like the other guy could get me on this. I think there's a very real chance that this one could go all the way to tiebreaker. I think this will probably be match of the weekend. Getting into the warm-up though. Cool.
And yeah, this is like... This is, I mean, like, this is a Porter Robinson song, and like, I think Vendel is like a pretty big fan of Porter Robinson. I think I've seen like more than one Vendel map that's Porter Robinson.
Something like that. I'm pretty sure the map is mostly stuff like this for like 3 whole minutes. Also worth mentioning, both players in this are actually full. This might be one of the first KDDK full versus DDKK full matches like ever. Ting with the very, very rare bongo full playstyle, like strictly so.
Yeah, I never thought that a bongo player could be full until I saw him play, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's technically I mean, obviously people have thought about it once in a while all the time, but you don't expect to see someone actually doing it because it just seems so much more intuitive to single tap with like the extra, like, you know, kind of one finger speed bongo tends to allow people. But yeah, no, Ting kind of breaking the mold with that. And I don't really know what kind of effect that has on the skill set because you don't really have many players like that to kind of judge or like make an archetype in your head, right? But
yeah,
he's certainly carved out his own skill set.
Definitely a one-of-a-kind player, and definitely making a name for himself. Like, he's like spawned into my understanding during IGTS, and then he's been getting so much better so fast.
Oh, it's ridiculous, yeah. Probably the highest improvement rate anyone's had throughout of IGTS. Like, I got to TWC like the year after I played IGTS, and I thought I was doing good. This guy could be top 6 TWC this year. Depending on how things go. I can tell you he's making the UK team for certain, and that is no small feat. But for now, he's got to worry about the guy on the other side of the screen, which is Vendel.
Yeah, so...
Oh, accuracy, right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Vendel's like known for very, very good accuracy. I reffed Vendel's qual lobby, and his DT score like actually shocked me.
Oh, yeah, I know he's good at DT, but sometimes he just does something like that, and I just, like, what? Why did you do that? Like, you kind of just have to remind yourself of what certain people are capable of sometimes, and I think Vendel is one of those players where it's like, you think, okay, I've mostly just seen him in rank-restricted tournaments, his skill cap probably isn't that great, and then he's on, like, a genuinely hard open rank qualifiers pool, and he's just handling everything. I believe actually second on this qualifiers DT, but we don't have anything quite exactly like that in this pool. He'll still have his picks for sure.
Yeah, I guess on the qual pool, like, especially the hard rocks, which Vendel did very well on, were probably more conventional than this one, like this pool, as we will see.
So
oh yeah, wait.
The score is actually super tight, despite Ting having a big Actus advantage. Does hit enough 100s to kind of hand it back over to Vendel. But I was looking real close for a second there. Vendel wins the warm-up by about 9k points. Yeah, it's just sheer act game. We might get used to seeing things like this, except with both players I've seen on a pull like this. I think they're both totally capable of stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, now Ting also has a warm-up, and it is, well, it's certainly a harder map, we'll put it that way. It's almost 8 stars. It's gonna be Busta Rhymes Goes to the Wii Shop channel. You might know this from some standard, like, clip farm I believe the set in question is actually Love, but obviously in Taiko, not quite as big of a song. But someone mapped it as dense 300 BPM. I don't know why. I mean, if it's 150, it'll always get mapped as 300 by someone. Roll in Taiko,
Yeah.
it will always get double BPM'd.
What is this song?
It's Busta Rhymes to the tune of the Wii Shop Channel. I don't really know how else to describe it. I think Vendel will. Oh, nope, he wants to run it back on his own map. I respect it. It's a good map. So yeah, I don't know if Vendel will be able to play this. This is probably going to be at least close to his skill cap. It gets very dense. That's the only thing like it in terms of those finishers. Vendel misses the first Dawn finisher, and both players looking uncomfortable in this, as they kind of should. It's dense OD at 300. Long pattern catches them both out. They both hit that one though. Okay, actual speed battle going on here. King gonna find a break. We're already halfway through the map, by the way. Very short one here. And it's just AFKs for a second, like, no dude, I can't recover on this, it's too much. Sometimes it's like that when the map is just a bit too much for you.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this and I'm like, every time somebody breaks, it's like 10 in a row at least.
Yeah.
And just now, it's kind of switched over to Ting entirely. Oh, and now
Alright, yeah.
we're done.
Ting getting 800k on that, not bad at all. Obviously, that is a completely different difficulty level of map from the things we have in this pool. I would describe it as like a low mid 6-star pull, but spicier than your average pull. So harder to consistently FC than the SRs would maybe indicate. The Yongyun Classic, you're not just getting normal maps with this pulling team. You're getting proper interesting stuff, but that does mean it's harder to be consistent because it's not just the same kind of stuff you play in Rect all the time. So looks like Rule should be the next thing. Oh, okay, so Vendel wins the roll 68 to 59 and chooses to pick first. Ting will ban first and bans Hard Rock 1, totally understandable. Ting doesn't like Hard Rock, it's a Hard Rock pick. Ting doesn't like streams, it is an extremely stream heavy pick. This is basically the anti-Ting map. Vendel's not amazing at it either, I have heard, but it's still a totally sensible ban. And Vendel banning the mod 4, he is known for not being so good at gimmicks, so that ban also makes sense. And from here, it's like, anything could come out at any time. I feel like, oh, immediate FMC pick, okay. I was expecting something like DT2 or like Hard Rock 2, but looks like it's going to be Fremont 2 from Vendel.
Yeah, it's also kind of interesting because I think Ting did pretty well on Fremont 2 last week. Although it's kind of a different beast this week, I think. It's more SD heavy. I mean, this was mapped essentially with the intention of being a Fremont 2 pick in a potential TWC format. It was a Taiko Mapping World Cup map by the Taiwanese team, so you know it's a proper SV challenge, and I think both players are pretty capable of 2-modding it. We'll just have to see who comes out on top.
Alright. So yeah, this is the anti-mod. It is very hard to HDHR, but I think we have 4 mods on the way. Both of these guys HDHR'd the qualifiers Fremont, which in my opinion is significantly harder to HDHR than anything we've seen in a run so far. Although, I think I might be just kind of a noob at it, but here we go. It's gonna be the double hidden Hard Rock, so all the scores available to both players, but the map is gonna be in its hardest possible state. This is gonna be interesting. With an early 100, but there will be a lot more from both players where that came from. There will be some pretty brutal SV spikes through this map. not really much in the way of slow difficulty, despite it being hidden, because the hard rock kind of saves you from that, right? But it also means your fast reading needs to be even more on point that you can do it with hidden. Both players still in the FC so far.
Yeah, I think so far it's nothing particularly crazy is gonna happen yet. Well, Ting catches the first miss.
Yeah, and also a big act deficit right now. And it looks like this is already all Vendels to lose, although on something like this with the HDHR, a big tank is something that can happen. I think Vendel is as close as anyone to being immune. He's got just so much HDHR practice under his belt. He plays V2 HDHR just for fun, unlike most people who would just play it for tournaments. So I think he's comfy enough that this should just be all his. The double section comes in. Vendel does find a miss. Oh, but he finds another brick! Hold on. This is not over. I was gonna say it's only a small dent in the lead, but suddenly it's not small at all. It's cut the lead in half, and Ting has the combo advantage for Nai.
Maybe the sort of slow hidden reading coming in clutch for Ting here, because at that part the SV does slow a lot, but now we have kind of fast SV section to follow, and we'll see if Ting can hold on here. Maybe he has a chance, but Vendel recovering very quickly, and Ting gonna catch a miss here.
Yeah, through this TI, nobody totally safe here. I can still see Vendel messing some things up, but it's gonna be Ting finding the miss instead, and it looks like Vendel is gonna be walking away with the 1-0 lead right now. Coming through the outro, Vendel approaching 1 million score. Despite the misses, has so much higher act than Ting that he could probably be FCing and this would still be very close. Gets over the 1 mod max of 1.06 mil with an A rank score. That's some crazy accuracy, and it carries him to a first point. So 1-0 Vendel.
Yeah, I mean, if you've seen Vendel play HDHR, you probably shouldn't be that surprised that he's doing so well on, like, especially these, like, anti-mod, free mods. So it's now Ting's pick. I want to say he might go for hidden, but I don't know.
I think, yeah, probably hidden or no mod 1, 2, or 3, I think, all favorite Ting. 1, maybe not quite as much, but his no mod 2 score. Oh, I've seen some things. Alright, it's gonna be no mod 1. It's Foxglove. Yongan describes this as the FC equals win map of the poll, and I'm inclined to agree. Even for most winners bracket matchups, I think a double FC on this is a pretty unlikely outcome. Just, it's very missable. The 1-6 patterning is very difficult.
And yeah, for this map, I guess the accuracy requirement is lower, but then in exchange for that, you've got like so many funny rhythms, and like it's just difficult to maintain for the whole 3 minutes of this map.
Yeah, it's not even that the rhythms are difficult, it's more just like the colors used in the 1-6 are pretty unusual. Like most 1-6 you'll see are like three cats and then a Dawn, right? Like that's by far the most common one, but if you say like Dawn, Dawn, Cat, Dawn, that's really uncommon. You see a couple of those in here, and you kind of just have to be good at 1-6 rather than just good at a couple 1-6 patterns to handle that stuff consistently and not be tripping up everywhere in the first and last quarters of this map. The middle half is kind of just easy. It's pretty much all just 1-4. I think this is a bit of a bongo map, so I do think this favors Ting. I think this is a perfectly good pick. But I could also see Vendel pulling out something wild on this. Ting has left the lobby. Huh.
Oh.
Wonder why that is.
Probably offset things or just like PC things. Oh, well.
Alright, well, looks like he's back. His Osu just broke, huh? Sure hope that doesn't happen mid-map.
Yeah.
It's much better that it happens in the lobby. Spanner Dude is in the Netherlands.
Oh, what?
Well, I believe that's what we call an invasion. Or, if you're normal, you might just call it a VPN. Alright. Alright, looks like both players ready to get into this one. I am about to unplug your PC. You know, that would be a pretty winning strat. Why don't people do this against like TWC Japan and whatnot? I can see it working. Anyway, getting into Nomad 1 here. Spanner Dude's first pick. Vendel pressing a single cap before the map begins. Both players getting okay through the intro. Ting with 1-100 early on. This is the kind of map where Vendel is either going to borderline SS or get 5 misses. I don't think... Okay, that's a disaster. That is one of the more confusing misses I've seen so far in this tournament. Vendel actually missing before the 1/6 kicks in. This is the hard part of the map right here. We're halfway through it now. Vendel gonna find another break, and already this point, honestly, is probably wrapped up for Ting. He's probably got this one in the bag. 1-100 through the first of 2 hard sections. And that 100 was on the intro as well. Vendel with several breaks during that 1/6. Looks like this was an excellent pick from Ting. He might be about to get like score of the week on this if he can keep up a run like this. There are a couple mono 1/6 at the end that might trip him up for accuracy, but I think he's got the raw speed for Mania to just hit them. For now, bit of a chill section. We have to just digest that, yep, Ting is ahead by 35k. Oh, actually, never mind, the middle half is not free in this case. Ting is gonna find a miss on 1-4 only. And so, the lead gets a solid 10k chomped out of it. Vendel is back in this in at least some capacity, but he will need more mistakes from Ting, whose accuracy is still way higher. Probably just because he's missed less, to be honest. I feel like both players are probably certainly under 10 100s. Alright, coming into the main kind of drop of the song. This is not one of the hard parts. It's not totally free. The 1-4 patterning isn't super easy. But if you can play the rest of the map, you can sort of just play this. Here's the hard part. The 1/6 returns. And you know, the lead has gotten small enough that this is up for grabs for Vendel now. If Ting makes a mistake or two, but he gets through the multi 1/6 section, that is not it though. There is still hard stuff to go. And the mono 1/6 comes in, catches Ting for 1-100, not a big deal. He just has to FC the rest, and really there's nothing Vendel can do. Vendel is going to be the one to find a miss instead, and it looks like this should be all Tings. And yeah, it's going to be a score that Ting is probably not the happiest with, because the misses were so insanely random. But it is going to be a 99.45% score, pretty solid accuracy, wins by 20k. Vendel with actually last 100s, but this might be the tail of the tape. Last 100s, more misses. And Vendel immediately turns around and picks DT2. This, if not free mod, this is the Vendel slot. His DT speed ac is exceptional. Kind of guy to be hidden double time #1 on like every other Oni leaderboard in the damn game. One of those. So when you remove hidden, it's as easy as pie for this guy. This looks like a very good pick.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, Vendel is probably one of the strongest DT players, especially like around this rank range. This guy just like eats all the DT picks up like for breakfast.
Yeah. Especially in terms of ag.
Yeah, so I believe this map is OD7 before DT, so pretty demanding on accuracy for the players. Also pretty long.
Yeah.
Is this the nightly DT?
Yes. Yes, this
Okay,
one was
yeah.
in N3 as a double time pick. This is nightly as hell. And Vendel is a pretty nightly player.
That is true.
So basically, yeah, it's 250 BPM. It's also, or 255, but it's also OD10. That's really the kicker for a lot of players here, but I don't think that's going to cause Vendel a ton of trouble. He's just so comfortable in this genre of map. He's the first one to hit 100s. A couple on that first burst, but there will probably be more where that came from. Ting drops his SS as well. The offbeats come in, both players having not much in the way of issues with it. And we are tied, a quarter of the way into the map. Oh, are we? No, we're not. Ting has hit 2 more 100s. We were for just a moment, but turn 9. Vendel with a very slight lead. Both players just looking so solid right now, both on 99.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the map just kind of looks like this. Some doublets, but not super difficult patterning, so like the fact that this is so close is like maybe not really surprising, but Ting does find more 100s now, and Vendel kind of sitting on about a 10k or so lead.
Yeah, Vendel with pretty distinct advantage here, but it's still small enough that it is absolutely not over, and there's the miss from Vendel, and suddenly things change a lot. Ting gonna get the lead just due to that combo, even with lower ag. Zach is still looking perfectly decent. 98.8 on this is just fine. Can afford a few more 100s, but this isn't safe for Ting either, because Vendel might genuinely turn around and get like 2 100s across the rest of the map. And then Ting will still need to play close to perfect, even with the FC advantage. Anything can happen from here, it's so close. And there's only about a third of the map to go. Probably one long Ki, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, now it's just like free combo for Vendel to build back up to that combo cap, and once he's back, you know, now becomes, will Ting drop enough 100s for Vendel to actually catch back up?
Vendel back to the cap here. But he's dropping a little more accuracy than Ting, actually, contrary to what I was expecting. And even though Ting's hitting 100 once in a while, he's staying solid enough that he might be about to take at 250, just like dense Oni DT2 off of Vendel. One of the harder things to do. And this could be an early break point here for Ting.
Yeah, I think at this point...
Looks like he's got it. Last pack. Yeah, he gets... I think that's the FC, right? Yeah, 0 misses. 98.9 pretty much. Vendel actually with a decent few less 100s, but it's that one miss that catches him and costs him the point against Ting.
And yeah, also the miss kind of occurred in the middle of the map, which really does sting when, you know, you lose a big combo and your opponent has like that huge combo that keeps going. So Ting gonna go for HD1 here. That's not surprising at all. So HD1 this week is so properly slow. About 150 BPM scroll speed, but it's also like super dense, so maybe not the slowest scroll speed, but also pretty challenging to read. I mean, Vendel's pretty good at HD as well, but you know, Ting is like very good, so it's not surprising at all that he takes this one.
Yeah, I think this creates a very tough position for Vendel. taking this off Ting is going to be a very tall task. Ting is kind of unfairly good at Sohid. Like, he could probably first pick this slot into most people and just win on any level. Like, TWC Grand Finals, he's probably, like, top 3 players signed up to this tournament on Sohid. Like, it's kind of unreal some of the stuff he can do. Obviously, this is more on the accuracy side, assuming both players FC, which isn't quite so possible on that skill cap stuff. Ting, the first one to hit a 100. This map is really about knowing the rhythms in the slow parts. Not all about that, but it's so easy to drop so much AC if you're not familiar with exactly what the song does. Just from that ghost tap, you can tell Vendel knows what the song is like. He's been playing this. And actually tied for now. Going through the first density section, but Vendel is gonna find a miss. Not the end of the map just yet, but not a good start here for Vendel. And okay, that's probably the map. I don't think Ting is going to be losing 50k score of a lead on this. Big break there from Vendel coming out of the finisher. And that's probably 3-1 to be totally honest. Ting still in that 99 FC. The hardest part of the map, in my opinion, is yet to come. But yeah. Ting has been working on this map, so I think he'll at least hit most of it.
More misses from Vendel, so
yeah,
it's not looking good.
Almost 100,000 points here in Ting's favor, and he's on a 99.5. Alright, here we go. Here's the trickiest part. That's a 3-4 rhythm. Ting gets it perfectly. Really, the question now is not who's gonna win the map, but can Ting pull off the score of the weekend on this map here? Alright, this part is deceptively hard if you don't know exactly what rhythms you're going with. Vendel's gonna catch a miss.
I mean, the SV slowed down even more here, right?
I think by a bit, obviously it's not so dense, but anyway, Ting hits that entire section. And now he's just got some dense 1-4 to hit, and he will have the FC. AC dropping a little bit, but it really does not matter. Yeah, that's fair. That is a 7/6 snap, by the way, that note that Vendel just missed on, so I don't blame him one bit. Very mean. Yeah, it's 7/3, which doesn't sound too crazy, but it's split in half in the middle, so it becomes a very strange rhythm.
No, I mean, if you're reading like slow HD, anything that's like remotely strange even is gonna really catch you off.
Yeah, in any case, despite the 100 count still being close with a 31 miss gap, not something you see every day, Ting is going to take home the FC and the point win. And it's going to be 3-1. He consolidates that break point. Vendel almost immediately picks Fremont 1, and this is dangerous. This is dangerous. This is going to be Kyokugen Bon Odori, the Yongan custom map for free mod 1. It is being brought into the lobby now. Yeah, there it is. Basically, this map is hard. It's a mechanics free. It's like, yeah, it's a mechanics free mod. Basically, it's not so hard to put mods on, but it's hard to FC with them, just because the map itself is hard. I think the SV
yeah,
range,
the map's also like fast, right? So
yeah, 230 BPM.
Like, yeah.
The SV range isn't too extreme, only 179 BPM to 227 BPM SV. Obviously 227 on EHDHR, these guys are going to be EHDHRing this, is quite hard. 179 on EHDHR just becomes comfort scroll for anyone that can play the mod combo.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's more just to do with the difficulty of the map itself here, and how comfy people are at hacking EHDHR.
Yeah, I mean, I think both players are pretty comfortable with HHR, but I don't know, it's just hard to say. I would say, like, normally you would think Vendel is, like, more comfortable on this, but I don't know. With the way Ting has been playing, it's like,
Yeah, he's been
it's
playing
hard
good.
to say. Yeah.
All right, and as kind of expected, if they were formatting free mod 2, it's gonna be Hidden Hard Rock Mirror here. Both players on the same mod combo. Vendel with an early 100. Both comfy enough to hit the intro though. Ting actually assessing the intro, kind of showing his stuff as the ultra rare Mania player that comes in with Mania, has high mechanics, but actually bothers to learn the reading and mod side of the game. Most people do just kind of, they'll play fast, no mod, maybe fast hidden, and get a bunch of PP, but they won't so much go for the tournament skill sets that are only really useful here. Why is he still SSing? What is happening?
How?
This is insane! It's only
I mean,
OP4, but it's like,
not...
it's so dense!
Yeah, it's like Vendel's not doing bad either.
Oh, the doubles are going in! Yeah, Vendel's looking real nice on this, but Ting is on... Okay, he finally misses! Suddenly goes from SS to 1/100 straight to no FC, and Vendel back in this one when it looked like he was about to get shut all the way out. Only halfway through, and we're already at 650k score, so we're probably going to get a bit of a chill section coming up. Yep, spinner comes in. Oh, but Vendel misses!
Yeah, that's really not what you want. It was looking pretty hopeful for Vendel. Like, if he could hold on to that combo.
They'll see the scores.
Yeah, and the combos as well.
Oh yeah, Vendel gonna think, God, I would be taking this home if I just didn't miss there. Or maybe not thinking at all. I think that's the only good thing your brain can be doing in this situation. No thoughts, just notes, and you hitting them. Both players doing fine after the break. There will be one more KI. Oh, and Vendel's gonna find a big break! Yeah, and I think after that miss, he figured, yeah, I'm not winning this, and just kind of stopped for a second, like, man. But this is probably gonna be a second straight break point for Ting. He's actually so high right now, despite a big break. He's so comfortable on this mechanically, it's insane. Okay, like one or two more 100s there, but this guy is just tearing it up. Hits the last pattern, and it's gonna be a break point for Ting. One miss, 15 100s, almost 10 90k. Incredible stuff to clutch out the break point there. I'm honestly, I don't know, I do kind of question this pick from Vendel, but at the same time, FM2 went so much better for him than Ting that I can kind of see it. I'm just surprised we haven't seen things like EHR 2 come out yet, or like Nomad 5. But Ting with 4 chances to win this match. 3 before he even has to think about a tiebreaker. I don't know. I think he probably goes with like Nomad 3.
Yeah, I mean, I think
really
that's
comfortable
pretty
in
likely.
that kind of speed. I think Hard Rock 2 is the one thing where it's left where it's like, okay, Vendel just wins. And I do think he just wins. It's not a Ting map, I don't think. At least for accuracy. I gotta set my alarm for tomorrow, because I've just remembered I have a match to play at 10 AM. Why did I sign up for that? It was like my idea and everything. Alright, alarm, 8 AM. Other alarm, 8:30. Okay, so Ting still deliberating on his pick. But I feel like the poll is kind of his oyster here with how it's been going. Oh, it's gonna be Nomad 2 coming out. BB da. Okay. This is the Technomod. And I think both players could be able to get some exceptional act on this. This is mostly just an accuracy challenge, but with how Vendel has been playing, I am a little worried about his ability to FC this map compared to Ting. He definitely can do it, but it's just sometimes FCing maps under nerves is the hardest thing in the universe.
Yeah, that's true. It's also, this map is not really your typical slow sort of tech pick. It's more like swing, bursty kind of tech. Yes. So maybe, Ting is thinking, oh, I've been doing so well on the mechanics, and like this is probably one of those where, good mechanics could probably carry you as well. Well, we're split between two maps.
Yeah,
There
he
we
is
go.
not playing Free Mod 1. And as we get into No Mod 2, Ting with an almost immediate 100 while we were getting onto the map. So Vendel 100 up right now, but there's plenty of time for that to change. Actually, 100. No, 1. Because he's hit 1, Ting's hit 2. Okay. Still early days. There's plenty of time for the hard tax actions to come in. Kiai's especially. First Kiai coming right up 9. This little build up. Nothing too hard, but the SV going up might catch you out. Both these guys just fine, and here we go, getting into the real meat and potatoes of this map. Lots of changing snaps here. Lots of snaps that are very, very weird if you really look at them, but you can kind of approximate them to get good accuracy, and it looks like Vendel is doing a very good job of that right now. Only that 1-100 on the intro section. Assessing the first half of this Kiai. Sting's still on pretty respectable act for what this map is, but Vendel kind of just destroying this one. Yep, SS is that entire Kiai. Wow.
I mean, yeah, it's like every time you count Vendel out of something, he goes and he pulls something like this, and you're like, okay, man.
Yeah.
You know, your accuracy is so good.
He's in such a good run, and Ting is only 4k score behind. They're both going nuclear on this, but Vendel is just untouchable so far. Alright, here's what I think is the most likely to catch him out. No, the SV jump up does not harm him. Does hit 2 more 100s, gives Ting a little bit to work with, but it is still Vendel's point to lose coming through this Kiai. This one a little bit shorter. So we still got one more Kiai after this. Everyone hitting the 1-hit. And with 1 Kiai left, and Vendel is on 3 100s. This is nuts. I think Ting is on like it, which is still crazy good, but not much you can do against this. 4 to 8, 9. A miss would kill either player's chances here. I don't even want to say it, but it's true. Alright, just clutch out.
I'm almost scared to say anything right now.
Last couple measures of the Kiai coming in. 1-100 from Vendel. That's the most nervy I've been seeing 100. They're on an amazing run.
Oh.
Wow. 994 to 989. 5 100s to 9. Vendel wins that. Had to put up something near perfect, and that is exactly what he did. Amazing plays there from both. But Vendel is going to go crazy on No Mod 2 and take back a break point, the first of 4 in a row he'll need to win this match.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, crazy stuff for both of them. Like 989 probably win you a bunch of matches, but not this one.
Almost any, yeah. Like there are maybe 4 people in the tournament that would beat that score. It's just that he happened to be directly against one of them.
Yeah. So Vendel gonna go straight for No Mod 5.
Yep,
It's kind of a stamina map. Yeah.
Yeah. Thing with the stamina map is Ting play Minion. He has endless stamina in Taiko terms. Vendel is full, so his stamina is quite good. He also just plays this kind of map for skill cap practice a lot. Obviously harder versions than this that might have a little more breaks. Not exactly maps like this, but either way, I've seen his sight read on this. It was 1-100 FC.
Oh, what?
So he can play this map. But the thing is, against someone like Ting, it almost feels like he needs to FC this to have any chance. Although, I don't know. Either player could mess this up.
Yeah, I mean, both of them really have to... I mean, I think at least one of them is gonna FC.
Alright. This intro with all the Dons, a little bit awkward for DDKK, but no trouble for Ting. 1-100, that... I don't say this often. That first 100 might decide the map. That might actually be it.
Yeah.
Good chance it won't. Assessing a map like this requires an extreme high roll in a match to do, but We've seen it once. A40 did manage the max score on this already.
Oh yeah, I saw that happen. I was like, I mean, it's 840, so maybe
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
expect it, but
I mean, that's still pretty nuts.
yeah, it's still
I
pretty
mean, his
crazy.
scores were... Besides Nomad 4, his scores in today's match were a lot more A40-like than round of 32, I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Some really impressive stuff. Either way, he is not playing right now. It's Vendel versus Ting, and both players still at seeing Ting with a handful of 100s. I think that may be 4. Vendel with 0. He is currently on the max score. The 1-4-1-3 comes in. Both players hit it absolutely perfectly. There will be a second one in just a moment. And here it is. Both players just fine, and that is the most notable thing we'll see for the next 900 combo. Oh, a 100 from Vendel, but a 100 is okay. A miss, on the other hand, would be catastrophic. This is fine, but Vendel needs to keep the stamina up. Oh no,
God,
that's a
no.
full pattern miss! I think hit KDKV with the wrong kind of just colors in the wrong order, and suddenly Ting has the entire match to lose. It's in the palm of his hand. He's 20k ahead. And really, short of a note lock from Ting, there's nothing Vendel can really do besides poke here.
I mean, Ting's looking really good here too. It's maybe it dropped like one more 100, but you need like a full pattern note lock here for anything to happen. And it will
Vendel
be
instead.
Vendel.
Yeah, this is looking possibly over. The 1-3-1-4 comes in and Ting hits it just fine. Coming into this match, the thing I was most worried about with Ting was sort of just his consistency. It feels like he messes up quite often in matches, but it looks like he's figured that out now. He certainly didn't bomb any match here except maybe 3mod 2. And he's been so solid on a pull that is not easy. Maybe I shouldn't bring up the victory speech just yet with how this map is, but yeah, it's looking good for Ting. 30k score ahead with moments left in the map. He needs to disconnect. And that is not what's going to happen. An FC on Warcry from Ting to finish off the match. Look at Vendel's 100 count, man. This is the tragedy of being an ACT player and missing. You'll have a third of your opponent's 100s and lose by 30k. But it is going to be a strong FC to end it, as ref says, from Ting. And he takes the seed upset, a 5-2 win over seed Vendel, to move on to the quarterfinals where he will play against A40. Good luck.
Yeah. I mean, kind of absolutely crazy act from Vendel there. Just very unfortunate that he sort of missed one pattern and that was it.
Yeah, it was the 2 different breaks, but even one of them would have been enough. Even a single random note miss would have been enough. And it is going to be a win for Ting. He moves on to PSA 40 in winners bracket quarterfinals. The first of 3 UK players in the winner, the first of 4 UK players in the winners bracket this week to have their matches. His was the most tightly contested looking of the 4, and he is going to take the win. Vendel moves on to the lower bracket. I'm checking who you will PSI. It is going to be the winner of Batu versus Warp. So probably Vendel versus Warp next week. Definitely Ting versus A40. And players have offered to each other, would you like to play Tiebreaker? Yes, please. Finally, man, I get to see people play this map. I like this song a lot.
Yeah.
Like me too much.
A fire map.
Why are you here?
I don't know. I'm just asking, are we showcasing TB?
Looks like the answer is yes. Congratulations, you won. Best place.
Thank you, bro. Well, that was so nerve-wracking all my days.
Yeah, I believe it. That
Anyway,
was a
time to
toughie.
play TB, see you guys.
Alright. Awesome. Okay, that was Ting, everyone. He is a caster, so he was able to just dip in tonight. Vendel, you have to kill Yanni FR. Yeah, I'm dying for that actually. Green Momoy. Yeah. Some of the samples they use in these things. just random YouTube videos and stuff. This is why I like this music. Okay, I also just think it sounds good, but the funny doesn't say
And
that.
the background on this map is like amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody should look at that
represents the
background.
song.
And look at each of those.
So, I have a feeling that we're gonna see Vendelicious versus Ting Hidden. We're definitely gonna see Ting Hidden. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Vendelicious actually.
I know this is like probably slow enough to be like pretty HR friendly, but maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
obviously there's
Vendel's
SB
like,
everywhere.
yeah. But also Vendel is Vendel, so.
Yeah, I think he can definitely try something like this. Alright, looks like the MP start is in. We're going to be starting any second now, and it's going to be... Oh, okay, no mod on Vendel, actually, versus Hidden on Ting. Not... I mean, it's understandable going no mod on this. It is fairly anti-mod, but Ting very good at his anti-mod Hidden, like I was saying earlier. TWC grand level slow Hidden player, at least in terms of what he can kind of play. This is nowhere near that hard, so we could be about to see some fireworks. Even just this intro is just, it's kind of just nerdy. It's not actually hard, it's easy to hit a 100 or two though. And here we go into the kind of meat of the map. Lots and lots of light, lots of 1-6 to go with it. And it's not always totally conventional uses of those snaps. Getting into the streams here, both players still on their full combos. And a bit of an SV section here, not easy to read. Ting is going to pick up the miss, but somehow he misses cleanly on that. Is ready for the 3-4 snap. Pretty misleading SV there that can make you think it's just cat, cat, but no, it's KVK all as one pattern. Just with an SV jump after the first note. And either player on the SC, totally understandable. Ain't gonna find a miss on that 1-6. Still ahead by quite a bit, just due to the mod. More streams coming in. Both players handling it just fine. Ting catches the very big overlap there. It's pretty simple as far as overlaps go. I'd even say it's readable, but Ting does hit it. Both players with pretty similar scores right now in terms of how they're playing. It's just that Ting is a mod on. The kind of shooter speed section coming in here, it's 1.316 to the point where it plays like 270 BPM. It's weird. I think it's 1.9 here. If I had to guess, or like 2.9. It's like 1.3 at 1.5 times BPM. It's messed up. Either way, it actually plays okay. It's just It's hard to explain what it actually is without making it sound really messed up. Both
I mean,
players have
either
unique
way,
perception.
yeah, neither of them seems to be having trouble with that.
And here is a brick. Just in case you wanted to, in the middle of the tiebreaker, know how the other player is doing. I'm sure that's good for news. And here we go with one of the densest sections of the map. Lots of 1-6 here. That's not always the easiest juices of it either. Someone coming in. Both players hitting this. Both players hitting that kind of slow down change up. Both over 1+ in combo right now. Alright, one of the hardest kind of offbeat sections of the map here. Not too crazy on Nomad, but for Hidden this is brutal. Both players hitting fine. And here's just basically just an SD section. Normal enough mapping, but it slows down a lot. And Vendel almost at 99. He had a pretty rocky start, but he's really recovered it. Played really well for the second half of this map. Are they both going to get the second half FC? I'd say the hardest thing about the second half is coming up. Those 5-foots are gonna catch Ting. 1400 combo is gone. Alright, here we go. Last couple streams of the map coming up. Essentially the final max of the whole thing. There will be a second one in this. Both players hit it. Vendel misses on the finisher SD right after. That's fair. And yeah, Ting missing on the finisher overlap SD because it's hard. 955k with Hidden versus 935 with Nomad is going to be the final result. As usual, Vendel's 100 count just so much stronger. But it is going to be Ting with a bit of a higher score, and more importantly, he does win the match. So, that is Vendel versus Ting. We have another match in only like 5 minutes at 21 UTC, and it's currently 20:53 UTC. We have Plush Seal versus Golden. We're both going to be there for that.
Yep, so are we going straight to the next match, or?
Well, I believe the referee has already pinged for that, but neither player has responded on, in the Discord server, but maybe there's some warm-ups in DM. I don't know. Both of them? Okay. Okay, so yeah, both players are alive, so we will be going into that match any minute now. But just to recap, Ting wins 5-2 at C9 over Vendel at C8, and moves on to face A40 in winners quarters. Vendel will face the winner of Ward versus Batu in lower bracket round 2 next week. And Plush Steel versus Golden in the lower bracket is up next. Yeah, every time I hear Green Momoy I laugh. I can't help myself.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. So Plush Steel versus Golden is going to be interesting because it is a massive seed gap. 28 versus 12. Bigger than you would usually get in pretty much any round of 16 match if there were no upsets the round before. But Golden did in fact get upset by Dusty in round of 32. We will see in a few minutes for that.